day and welcome to a GTA playlist. This is black and yellow. This is the verified maps. I found 5 verified maps.
Who verifies them, Ross?
3. I think I think Rockstar do.
Yeah. No, they get Richard Branson in from Virgin.
Yeah, he goes through a strict approval process.
Yeah, it's alright.
I feel like I've chosen the wrong car.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Oh,
lol, eat a
I'm
dick.
still alive. No.
I don't actually know what Richard Branson talks like. I just realised I tried to do an impression.
Hi guys, it's
quite
English and
just
like
really
this. He did the talk at the beginning of our Virgin flight once. I remember that.
Hi guys.
Really?
Yeah, he was like not the talk, sorry, as in like on the fucking video screen.
No, he was there.
Not in real person.
He came in.
Like,
hey guys.
Hi guys. Thanks for flying with Virgin. I've got a big dick.
I've got a
sorry,
big dick.
Richard. What?
And I'm going
so
to innovate space travel.
Space travel.
Well, not quite.
Tesla's
So this is an experimental flight where we're going to go out of the atmosphere.
Oh
my God.
I don't want to be on an experimental flight out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Shit.
We're like Oculus, and SpaceX are like Vive.
To be fair, I almost threw up. I almost threw up on that last flight.
Really?
The amount of turbulence.
It did get a bit
It was
much.
continuous turbulence for like 2 hours.
Turbulence doesn't really affect
And I was
me
just
that
like,
much.
oh god, fuck. I think I'm going to throw
I
up.
kind of like turbulence.
Yeah?
In a weird way.
Well, it's just strange. You don't really
Makes
get
me
rocked
erect,
about.
Ross.
Is it the motion that does it?
Yeah,
It was
it's
just
like being at the back of a bus, you know?
It was the continuous.
Gives you a massive
like,
boner.
Shaking. Vigorous shaking. I mean, imagine someone like. Imagine Smith going over there, grabbing you now, shaking you vigorously after you've had a nice meal. And just continuously for like about an hour and a half, maybe 2.
I was in the same turbulence as you.
Yeah.
I don't have to imagine Smith doing it to me.
Yeah, but you were asleep, I saw.
Little sleepy
I saw
bitch.
you over there, you sleepy bitch. I was like, fucking.
No, I was in it.
Is no one else awake?
I was awake when it was on. It was pretty fucking consistent. It's the most consistently long turbulence we've ever been in. But it wasn't the hardest we've been in.
No,
yeah. Well, no, I was pretty hard at the end of it. It was quite a nice vibration.
See? I'm surprised you feel sick from that, but you don't get seasickness.
No, I don't get seasick.
No, it's the big drops where it's like your stomach lurches.
It's the fact that
I've had a really bad one.
I'm constantly thinking about the worst in a turbulent environment like that.
No,
you're constantly thinking, shit, okay, this is just a giant fucking steel can in the sky that could just fucking fall at any time.
It's important not
and
to
there was
overthink
recently
air
a
travel.
fucking crash, like which killed all those football
players.
But
every plane
I know,
crash
but still,
hits
you're
the
thinking
news.
like shit, like fuck.
You've got to think of the grand scheme of things, like
No,
how many fucking
John.
deaths in cars. You
have
almost died in a car, Ross, and you fucking.
Yeah.
I imagine your
How
brain
the
was
day?
just like, yeah, I probably died. If that was a little bit different, but in a plane.
It's the fact that you're flying in the sky, Trot. It's
Ross, you're in a
crazy.
fucking machine.
Air travel is the safest form of public transport.
Far safer than your car.
Also,
still gets you going.
We actually have proper safety checks as opposed to like some countries.
I think I got my seatbelt on.
They didn't fill the fuel up, right?
Was that it?
That's apparently one of the issues. Something to do with that there were queues on the runway, and to save time, they just said it was okay with that amount.
Wing it.
The thing is,
which is kind of like
the thing is, pilots will know the range of their aircraft with how much fuel it's got, so they should have a flight plan that goes, we're going to not make it.
Well, potentially they were like, well, you know, you don't have too much because it weighs it down, right? Is that right?
Well, no,
you can have a quicker travel.
It's just about fuel efficiency.
Probably. I mean, the power to weight ratio of fuel is such that you can, have a full tank. Otherwise, people would never fill their tanks up to full.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, that kind of makes sense. If it was lighter, then if you were making a short trip, I guess it would make it quicker.
They should request everyone to take a shit.
What's more amazing about that is the people survived.
Yeah.
I mean, imagining surviving a plane crash like that.
Be cool. It'd be like Lost.
God, it'd be insane.
But it depends how the crash went, doesn't it? Because like they probably belly landed, skidded it on the ground or some shit.
Yeah.
Not like fucking the worst way to go.
Straight into the wall.
No. The one that got fucking shot down by Russian-backed rocket men. Because you just had no chance at all for the pilots to do anything. Just out of nowhere, bam, missile just blows you up into a million pieces.
Yeah, there's no.
I think the worst one is like
for a soft landing.
A terrorist plane takeover.
No, because then there's a chance.
No, because that's a psychological warfare. Like you're stuck in a plane.
So you'd rather just be blown out of the sky by a missile you can't do anything about?
Yeah, because I'd probably die quicker.
Either way,
fucking hell, Trot. That's such a terrible state of mind.
Why?
You're just resigning yourself to your own fucking death. If somebody said, here you go, I'll blow you out of the sky with a missile, or I'll put some blokes on a plane that have guns and stuff, but you got a chance, I'd be I'll take the chance.
No, I'm not suggesting there is a chance.
But there is a chance with people on a plane. There's no chance of the homing missile.
No, I disagree.
What? How?
No, I disagree.
How?
Basically,
explain.
my scenario was
Gordo. Yeah, sorry, go on.
My scenario was there was no chance, right? Imagine like they are going to crash the plane, right?
Yeah.
And you have to live with the fact that you are now knowing that is going to happen,
Right.
And you're stuck in the plane.
Right.
That's the worst case scenario for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
If that circumstance has occurred.
Yeah, but you change my circumstance where it's like I have a chance. I've got a fighting chance.
But you do have a chance.
I feel like the ultimate.
Have you watched the film United 93? Is it
Yeah, I
United
have,
93? The one that crashed in a Pennsylvanian field during 9/11 was due to they think they've got quite a lot of evidence that suggests it was due to the passengers ganging up and breaking their way into the cabin, and they stopped a lot of horrible shit happening. Yeah, they died, but they died for a reason. Like
but that's
fought a cause.
That's not any better.
But ultimately, I feel like the moment you step on a plane and the door's closed, you don't have an option in anything.
Yeah, you're given a lot of your.
You're just basically just
choose food
resign
choice.
yourself to whatever fate.
Say the same thing every time you enter a car.
Not really, because if you're driving it, it's entirely in your control most of the time.
Someone else could just blindside you, Ross.
Yeah, they could do, but ultimately
I think there's far more like threats
control
in a car than there is in a plane.
Yeah, of course, but then you don't know how many flying hours the pilot has. You don't know how much experience. You don't know how.
There's a minimum you have to be a commercial pilot.
Yeah, of course, but like you don't know the guy's name, for Christ's sake.
You don't know every single person on the road that could potentially crash into you.
Ultimately, you have a little bit more control because
I don't think so.
You're looking around. You're controlling a vehicle.
I think it's an entire feeling.
Yours is just about
it's an illusion.
Ross.
Yeah.
It's an illusion.
You feel more in control in a car, and you worry more in a plane than some people.
There's literally nothing you could do if your blind spot has a truck in it. And you could be the best driver in the fucking world, but if they're a terrible driver and fuck you up, that's it.
So, Trot, do you believe in free will?
Not at all. It's all a simulation.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where's this going?
It's all a simulation, guys. I mean, look at it. My life's... I've got a big
Trot, your life could be much better, mate.
Yeah, I could not be with you guys.
Exactly. This isn't a simulation because my life is shit.
No, it's like an experimentation of like how far can we push this simulation.
I always
emotionally.
I would think that right. So the whole simulation idea, right? This is just an advanced version of entertainment for us now, right? So our matrix bodies went into this, right, and went, you know what? I'm bored of real life because we've achieved everything. Let's go into a life where it's a fucking challenge, right? So I'm going to give myself a real challenge because that's where things get the most interesting. You know, when playing a game with cheat mode on, right? That's boring, right? So instead, the person that was you who knew they were going to the simulation is like, right, wipe my memory, put me in, and give me some challenges, and bam, that's what they do.
I don't think it is based on a game. Because a game, you at least have an understanding of, this is my goal.
But not if they wipe your memory before you get in.
Yeah, but what's the point of it existing then? What's
because
the point of it being a game?
Because it's about human challenge, about developing your mind
again. At the end
again.
of it, do you gain your memories and like, oh, this is how well you did?
Yeah, that's what I would say would work, yeah.
Okay.
That concept. So you go back and you review what you learn. Because you can learn different morals and different ideas and different ways of approaching things. Because you know how when you get set in your ways, right? They say in your mid-20s, you stop developing mentally, like your viewpoints and stuff tend to cement themselves in their mid-20s. So like, you know, you sort of decide whether you're more of a lover or a fighter or a sociopath or a charmer. Like people tend to really establish a feeling for themselves in their mid to late 20s. Now it's difficult to move out of those molds of what you think is right and wrong once you're past that. And so I imagine that process would allow you to break those molds because you're creating those journeys and creating those ideas. Yeah.
What's
that noise? I was logging in.
Sorry, I just had a sudden flashback that I am in a simulation.
Fuck.
Talking of the similar things, I watched the behind the scenes of The Matrix. Really cool.
Well, they did all the effects
like
physically.
Everything was real.
Makes you realize why filmmaking costs so much.
Yeah, it takes so much effort. Like just to have people crawling up the inside of a wall.
Yeah.
That's a whole fucking vertical set.
Yeah. It's
only for it to get trashed.
I really like the set on Inception where they built that entire like moving
the rotating thing.
Staircase.
No, the moving room.
Oh, right.
Like where that room was just rotating so they could film inside it as they were like flipping upside down and stuff. Oh, that's some really interesting filmmaking. Like I think that's
engineering
a lot
as well.
more commendable than CGI. CGI is great, and you can do a lot of things with CGI, but like it feels a lot more cheaty.
It dates very quickly.
And like you said, it does.
Like any CGI in the original Matrix, like the robots, you can tell, but all the rest of it works.
Every time.
I did that as well. The fucking water slide they built for when he comes out of like the little like
oh my god.
They had a cameraman follow him down the water slide.
Yeah.
I think they had an automated camera.
Oh, did it? Oh no, because there's a couple of splashes. So there's one splash when the actor comes out, and then there's another splash again.
I think that's the camera full.
Just dropping out.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh fuck.
But that's cool as shit though. Like they didn't need to link those two sets together, but they did. Yeah. Like him in the vat thing. Yeah. And then being flushed out. Oh my god, it's so cool. But yeah, I can see why they resort to CGI. It's like, well,
I'd love to see someone take another bash at something like The Matrix. Like that idea, because it's such a complex idea.
Do you feel like they would do it in the same style, or do you think that they would just ultimately go into CGI and be like, oh yeah, cool, that's...
I'd like more of just an exploration.
A lot of remakes just basically utilize CGI instead, and it's like, oh yeah, we can do all the cool things we couldn't do before, but then it's like it still looks a bit...
Well, no, it's not really from like a cool point of view. It's more from a conceptual point of view, because like what I really liked about
another story from The Matrix,
the thing about Westworld is it grappled with the idea of people given no consequences to their actions become killers and sexual deviants, right? And I'd love to see that in The Matrix, where the people in it aren't fighting for their lives, they're exploring the idea of like boundless vice and stuff like that. Like that'd be fucking awesome, because you would. That's what when you're in a dream and you realize you're in a dream and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna do.
You realize that you can do whatever you want.
That feeling
is kind of what Westworld explores.
That happens.
But then Westworld also explores. I mean, it kind of seems cheaty, doesn't it? Because obviously you can't. If you haven't watched it, then it's a little bit spoilery, but you can't necessarily die in the game world, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of removes the whole element of challenge.
Exactly, and that's where my idea that we get our memories wiped and are into this difficult life, because that's what gives people enjoyment from things, an element that you could lose.
Okay.
And Trot, you are losing.
Shit, Trot, you're losing the game.
I am.
Game's not going well for you, mate.
It's a bit too meta, the fact that you're talking about my simulation in my simulation.
Yeah, especially when I'm just a part of that simulation.
I'm
the challenge you put in your game, Trot. You went, I'm going to create Alex Smith. He's going to be a right cunt to me.
Such a bad idea.
He might be, yeah.
I'm really going to have to rethink this simulation.
Well, you can't now. You're in. That's the whole. That's the challenge as well. Oh, it's like what's it called? Nightmare mode in Diablo.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Hardcore, mate.
Hardcore. Yeah. It's one shot, mate. Permadeath.
Even though I can just reboot the game, but
I
don't know that.
You'd lose all your progress.
I don't know
You'd
that.
Get born again, Trot.
Why do I wipe my memory? Why do I think this is a cool game?
Because it is, Trot. It's the ultimate game. Life is the ultimate game.
Am I going to learn from it?
Talking
Am I going to be
games,
the ultimate human from this?
Well, probably not.
This video's going out tonight, so I mean, do you think PewDiePie's going to delete his channel?
Yeah.
Do you think he's actually going to delete his channel?
Today.
I reckon he's going to announce that he's uploading all his videos to Revel Mode's own website, and you can watch them there.
Shit.
I reckon he's fucking just
he's done a big brand deal, with like an alternative platform.
Or he was seeded by YouTube to begin with.
Right.
And he's been a pawn in there.
He's undercover.
In a crazy game of
it's actually
social experimentation.
Your channel that's fucking everyone's
and conspiracy.
Like, you've got too many numbers and we can't store that in our database.
Yeah. So or he's managed to work out a way that he can take his channel temporarily offline.
Yeah.
When
you think about it though, like, considering how far ahead he is from anyone else, that seems almost unreal, doesn't it?
I think he might know more than he lets on. Like, for example, he knows that if he starts a new channel, his retention and revenue is going to go up.
Yeah. Because it seems like they're favouring newer channels.
So he may have
just
done
to refresh
he may have had the research done for him and saying like, this is the optimum route to go if you want to keep
and it's not like, oh, but brands won't come to you because you're not the 50 million guy anymore. But it's like, well, people know me already.
It's like, do you know PewDiePie?
Yeah. So he doesn't have that problem either.
So it'd be interesting if...
What a clever little Swede. What a sneaky little Swede.
Wonderfully sneaky man.
They're sneaky, the Swedes.
Can we have your money?
Can we have some money?
Can we have some money?
We thought just about the channels. I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Just a channel of
Look, we fucked
people
up
who actually want to
PewDiePie.
watch you.
We didn't realise that having 3 people on a channel would financially be a third, all right? So you were clever and you did it on your own.
Well, other channels.
Give us 3 times the amount that we earn, please, PewDiePie.
Yeah. Well, also, like, with Notch, when he sold Minecraft, it's just like, can we have some money?
Can we have some money?
Can I have some money?
We made Minecraft what it is, Ross.
Just asking your mate.
We made it what it was.
Imagine your mate's
part of the community.
Made a couple billy, and you're like, mate, like, can I just have some money? And they're like, well, to be fair,
can you get given that amount, like crazy amounts of money?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be taxed. But maximum's going to be taxed is like 50%. So like, mate, look, You could change my life. You could make me a millionaire. Just give me a couple million, right? You'll make that back in interest in like a month.
I mean, like, you change our lives for the better as well. Not like keep that to yourself and go psycho crazy millionaire.
But that's it. I mean, you got to think like if one of your friends went like really super rich randomly for some reason, would you beg for money?
I would beg. I'd just say,
just go, oh wait, or would you just hang out with them in the hope that they might just drop some money your way?
Some of my friends.
Does that happen? Do you think?
Some of my friends who I'm close enough with, I'd just be like, all right, mate, go on then. You know?
Go on then.
Like I'd be the same. If I was a billionaire,
it would change your relationship. It would change.
You could make every person rich, and it wouldn't cost you a dime.
But I would leave it to them. I wouldn't.
What, to come and ask you?
I'd be
there. I'd be like, hello,
mate. I still feel like pretty.
I'd
still feel pretty rude just asking for money.
Only if you were really close with that person.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't feel rude asking somebody you're super close with, like your brother.
And even then, though, how does that conversation go? Like, does it go,
I'd literally be like,
money,
all right, mate, here you're a billionaire now.
Drop me a million.
Well, so here's some money.
Well, a billionaire, literally, based on bank interest and that shit, doesn't need to worry about money. Like, it becomes a non-entity.
Alone is going to keep.
And so just like, of course, mate. Fucking hell, let's sort this out straight away. Let's make your life fucking awesome. And it barely cost me anything, There's probably more effort goes into thinking up a birthday present for you than it does for me just giving you $1 million.
And if anything, it's better for the billionaire. You can't. It's not nice to have that much money.
Also, you can't hang out with your mates. You're like, mate, fly over here. Come on, we're doing this thing. We're going to this place.
You would be there constantly. Well, to be fair, like maybe that's the way you would kind of
make their life cool.
Make their life better.
You take away the choice. You want to give them the choice.
Well, yeah, but then you give them that money, they fucking piss off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
Well, then you're cool. Not your friends, and you spent $1 million finding out the contents of somebody's soul, which is a pretty interesting thing to know.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. You can literally pay to know
I'd
your
be
friends.
a fucking great billionaire, guys. Give me some money. Everyone give me money, and I'll
make. Can you make Smith a billionaire, please?
Very quickly.
I would never.
You would buy.
I'd never run out of anything to spend.
And then you'd just be that lonely old man, like Notch in a fucking
Smith,
mansion.
You buy everything and do
angry
everything.
tweeting every 5 minutes.
I wouldn't be lonely because I've got lots of good friends.
Well, I think you'd lose them immediately.
Why?
It's like, well,
why? We could have awesome adventures
on your yacht.
Well, anything on my plane. On my,
you can have a plane too.
My fleet of jet skis.
Oh, my fleet of jet skis.
My hovercraft I bought because who doesn't want a hovercraft?
Do you think like you'd have that moment where you've got your fleet of jet skis?
Yeah.
And
I look out upon it.
You get out to the edge of the Alpines on your own.
The Alpines.
Why
have I got jet skis in an Alpine environment?
The Alps then, sorry. Yeah.
What, in mountains? I've got jet skis in the mountains.
And you reach the edge and it's, oh my God, it's the most beautiful view you've ever seen. You're breathing in that brisk, beautiful, crisp air.
Yeah.
But you've done it 5 years in a row.
Right.
And you're like, I've got everything.
Well, Trot, I don't trot.
Nothing.
Because I look to the stars, Trot. I look above me and I say, wow, you know how...
All right.
There's boundless opportunity in the stars.
Okay. Different scenario.
Yep.
You're like, you gasp awake.
Yep.
And you look down at your space engineered seat.
Yep.
That you've comfortably worn in an ass groove of.
Yep.
Because you've done it 5 times in a row, and you're looking out of the window to Mars. You look down, and Elon Musk is blowing you again.
Oh,
he's blowing you again.
Elon, come on, mate.
And you're like, oh, shit, this is great. I'm in space
again. A blowjob from Elon Musk.
Elon Musk blow other billionaires.
But
why is he doing that?
5th year in a row.
Right.
And you're like, fuck, I've got everything.
Yeah.
But I'm
still in the same solar system.
Are you trying to say, would you get bored because you've got
absolutely
everything?
Not, Trot. Money isn't the only limiting factor. Imagination and ideas as well. You got to have them.
I
think just some people are just too fucking boring.
What is better than getting blown by Elon Musk, looking out the window and seeing Mars?
You've got a weird fucking idea of what's best. All right? Jesus, I don't want to get a blowjob from Elon Musk.
Why not? I reckon
because there is that factor of like, oh, you want to do a cool thing, but then unless you do give all your friends shitloads of money so they don't have to work.
Yeah.
There's all your friends are just working and doing their own, but then also some of them will want to do
their own thing.
Want to do their own thing. And so like when you're like, oh, everyone do this, and they're not all up for it. It's like, oh, like,
well, that comes
I'm
with
a lonely billionaire again. Like,
but loneliness comes in all walks of
billionaire like.
I think you guys are going for tropes and things like that. Like, loneliness comes in all walks of life. Everyone's lonely at some times.
But like, it's
like you
right now.
Purpose,
everyone's strive is to earn more money, make a better life for themselves.
Yeah.
Once you've hit the complete ultimate end goal of you don't have to worry about money ever again.
Yeah. Nothing's
you don't have to do anything
anymore.
necessarily.
There's not enough.
You then have to push yourself to kind of find something interesting to do. I think
but there's not enough years in a human life to see all the things that Earth has to offer. I don't think there is.
You could potentially
so
pay
many
for
things
immortality.
to do.
You could pay for immortality.
Once Elon's finished blowing
cryogenically freeze yourself at the end of it.
Like people, I think people the thing is, especially going from not having loads of money to having loads of money, I think that's a bit of a gift in itself, because you when you don't have any money, you spend that time planning the things you want to do. I think being born into massive wealth is much more difficult, because you're like, oh, what do I do? Do I go and buy a new Bentley? Do I go buy a Rolls? Do I go and do donuts in Saudi Arabia?
It's very quick to get accustomed to the amount of money you have, though, and to change your lifestyle.
You've seen all those stories of people who win the lottery and then they end up fucking themselves over somehow at some point.
But that's individual
How
people.
do you feel like... Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that I'm perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I can think of things that I want to do. Like, that there's so much to do, like, that I simply don't have time for because of what we do, or like being a billionaire, taking money out of the equation, not having to work for money. Instead, you're working to make your life interesting. Like, yes, it's a job in itself to make sure like you say, don't get bored, don't get lonely.
Make interest.
You would just get an assistant, yeah.
You just get like an entertainment director of fun, you could call them.
You could call them a director of fun.
You wouldn't need to dress yourself.
No.
You can get someone to put
But I'd like to dress myself, though. No, but I would get a stylist.
Would you get Elon Musk to blow you?
I look like total shit. Well, I mean, there's probably a little buzz from having that kind of power.
Throwing it out there, that's all. It's all a simulation anyway.
So you don't think it would change you then?
Oh, absolutely, it would change me. Everything changes everyone.
But do you think it would change you in a negative way?
I'm
do you think
sure
your friends
it would
then change their opinion of who you used to be?
I think it's narrow-minded to think that there won't be negative consequences.
So I think ultimately, I remember we're only using Notch as a basis because that's the only billionaire you've seen jump from nothing to...
What the fuck? He started going to Las Vegas and Ibiza, and like, it's just like such narrow-minded shit.
But that's the type of thing that someone who didn't have money before thought was a cool idea and a fun thing to do.
No, it wasn't.
Some people do that, don't they?
Yeah, some people do, but that's just so fucking boring, man. There's so many cool things to see in the world.
But that's your opinion. He thought those were the cool things he wanted to see.
Yeah, and hopefully he's happy. But he's not, because he had shit ideas. But
and all his friends ditched him.
Yeah, but to him those are great ideas.
We don't know that.
He said that on Twitter.
I think
he got really emotional one day, didn't he?
But he didn't have a huge amount of friends before.
I think you're trying to impose what you consider good entertainment on him. Like, he may well have, like, you think...
Yeah, and I hope he's happy.
Yeah.
I do hope he's happy. Of course I hope he's happy.
It could also be the same thing, where you're doing all the things that you think make you happy, but it's not enough. That's what I'm saying.
It could be, but I'd like to think that it probably wouldn't be. That's like saying traveling is bad. You don't know until you've done it, essentially.
Not at all, yeah.
I don't have the answers, guys. I'm just arguing that,
I wish you would, because I did code you in.
Really fucking awesome to have these opportunities and stuff,
I enjoy the challenge of trying, as in, like, if everything was handed to you, I feel like that would be cheating.
But not everything would be handed. Money would be handed to you,
of course, but I feel
making things interesting wouldn't be handed to you.
No, of course, but I kind of like the rat race, if you wish.
The strife.
That way. Not the strife, but like the challenge of trying.
Well, it's a good thing, Ross, because I've stripped your bank account.
Good.
And
starting from scratch.
Siphoned all your funds.
We're restarting like PewDiePie.
And we're deleting Hat Films.
Shit, that's it. Tonight we're deleting Hat Films.
5 p.m. GMT.
5 p.m. This video is already out.
It's already on. We fucking lied, alright? We didn't go through it.
We lied, we didn't go through it.
Sorry.
Much like, I don't know, whatever PewDiePie's
He'll do it, I reckon. He'll do it.
That was all the tracks. Did it even tell us who won?
I won.
You won everything.
I think I won everything.
Okay, sorry, it must have skipped the first one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to us. There's a little bell you can click. Apparently, you need to do that now. So
notification bell.
Thanks for being in my simulation as well.
The simulation has been great.
Thanks for making it immersive.
Thanks for coding us in, Trop.
Simulate yourselves tonight.
Yeah.
Have a nice simulation.
Have a lot of simulation tonight.
Ta-ra.
Bye.